Already I have sent these files to you guys. I want you guys to create master tables, child tables out of this Excel sheet, and then create a relationship between the tables, then create forms, queries, reports, and dashboard. Here, this is the project name, and each project will have 3 phases, and each phase may have some different stages. Each phase may have some different stages. Okay, all are different stages. These are total stages but are in different phases. And again, each phase, each stage may have different milestones. These are all the milestones, but there could be a different milestone for a different phase and different stage. Let me show you here. This is the development phase, and here is the formulation stage, and these are related to this phase and this stage. If you change phase and stage, then you'll get a different. Let me take submission. So you have these 3 stages in submission, and these are the milestones in submission, stability, and these are the milestones for this phase and stage. Okay, and there is a, this is the project, and here is the project subtype. It could be a, okay, these are 3 types of project subtypes, and here are the stages, status. This could be, and there could be some more statuses, like it could be cancelled or any other. But for now, this data has these 4 stages, and one day milestone may have yes or no. Like this, each milestone can be done in, if it is yes, that means this milestone can be done in one day. Whether you whether this phase can be bypassed or not, this can be set up from a front end form. And individual milestone is something which is not dependent on the other milestones. Here, until you finish this milestone, you cannot go to this milestone. Until you finish this too, you cannot go to this milestone. This is how this project works. Okay, but we'll see those kind of uh, relations later on. But right now, uh, analyze this Excel sheet, analyze what are the master tables you can create out of this data, and what can be the child tables, and whether you can have a relationship or not, or if you, how can we have the relationship between these tables. Okay. And you guys need to submit this project on or before 14th February. So you have a lot of time now. It's more than 10 days. At least you have 10 days for this. I believe 10 days is more than enough for doing this project. Okay. Once you guys complete this, then there are several reports dependent on this data. Those are complex reports. If you guys able to do this, then I'll show you, or I can guide you in creating those type of reports. But first thing, create tables, analyze them, create tables, create relationship, import this data into the table. Then we'll see after that. The most important part is creating the tables, creating the relationship between the tables, and importing this data into the tables. Okay. Any questions about this project?
What is milestone?
Excuse me. Somebody having a question, please repeat.
What is
Milestone. Milestone is nothing but a sub-stage, a point. Like it could be a meeting, it could be a mixing of the material, it could be a testing. So there are 100 plus, total 100 plus milestones are there. And each milestone having their own name, like API, supplier, letter of non-infringement, 6-month analytical methods, approval. By seeing the name of the project, you should be able to understand that it's a research and development of a tablets or medicines. And the first part is name of the tablet, and whether it's a tablet or a syrup or capsule, it indicates this. IR tablets means whether it's a solid or liquid. If it's a syrup, then it comes as a liquid. But here in this project, none of the project is having that. And this is the strength of that medicine. Okay. So for creating, like there could be, this medicine could be already there. Maybe they are researching and developing it in a better way. Like they want to make it more powerful, or maybe they want uh, to remove the negativity from it. Like it may have some side effects. So those side effects they want to remove from this tablet. So that kind of, each thing is in a project. Each research is treated as a project. So here right now there are total 1, 2, 3, 6 projects are there. Total 6 projects are there. So each project first will have a phase. It will have three phases. It is divided in three phases. Then each phase is again divided into several stages, and that is particular stages. All the phases will not have the same stages, same milestones. It will never have. Different phase, different stage will have different milestones. Right now, all are in research and development project. Project type is research and development, and subtype is new product. And some are enhanced, and some are new formula. And this each project can be like, they can be active, they can be terminated, or some are postponed because of non-availability of the uh, staff or doctors. And these are the dates. Like uh, initially they may plan some dates, and later on they may adjust according to the other projects or availability of the material. And this is when actually the project starts, start date and end date. So, and these two are related to the employees. These are employees. I'm expecting a master table for projects, phase, stage, milestone. Like basically what we need to eliminate from here is redundant data, right? This three phases are repeating again and again. Let me see how many are there. So total 721 rows are there. So try to analyze, create master tables out of this, and then create a relationship between the tables. And let me know whenever you guys have any questions about this. So any other question? Okay.
Looks very confusing.
Still confusing?
I mean, it's clear, but how to make the tables out of it, that is a little confusing. So maybe we'll sit and
See,
one.
first of all, okay, I'll show you one thing. How to analyze. First, copy columns one by one. Okay, add a new sheet, paste, then click on remove duplicates. Click on OK. So it removed 714 duplicate values, and we have only 6 unique values. So your one master table is ready and data is ready for it. Add project ID and give numbers to it, and please add a record ID or unique ID or unique ID or any other name for identifying the record. Okay, this will make it unique. This project IDs could be like we may change or we may delete our project ID, but we need this unique record ID to identify our record as well as to move. We have seen the navigation, right? Move first, move last, move previous, move next. For that also this record ID is going to help us. Use any name, record ID or unique ID.
Project ID cannot work as unique ID.
This you'll have a primary key, and this will have a primary key, but will maintain this, will update this one. What happens is this project ID will be related in so many other tables. If you delete one of the project from here, then rest of the data doesn't work. But if you remove or if you change a record ID, data never gets affected. That is the main advantage out of this. Okay, this project may have some other ID, like they can change it. Client can change the project ID, but this is the unique ID which cannot be changed by any other user except our code. In the code, we'll keep on updating this. Whenever project is deleted, we'll update. Let us say if this one is deleted, we'll run a SQL code and we'll make this 4 and we'll make this 5. So that will not have a gaps. Okay, but here we cannot change the project ID. We cannot make this 4, we cannot make this 5 because these are related to some other tables. This data, this project ID is related to some other tables, and never create a relationship with the unique ID or record ID. Is that understood how to create? Okay, let me show you one more. Okay, then go to remove duplicates and remove the duplicates. These are the faces of the project. Okay, then have a face ID, then again unique ID or record ID. Got it? This way, wherever we can create a master table, identify that and create a master table for it. And I'm sure you guys are not going to create master tables for these dates. And no need of creating master tables for these 3 fields: one day milestone, bypass milestone, and individual milestones. We don't need a master table for these columns, and rest of the columns we may have a master table. Okay, so I have not only given the hint, but I have explained how to do. Now I don't think that you guys need any more assistance on this. Still having confusion or any questions? Yeah. Okay, I'm coming.
you can't take the manager name and the responsible person. They are the same in all the records. And you need to mention them in any of the tables.
Are you sure they are same?
Okay, I just thought. Okay. And then how will we create relationship? Like what is it? We have to create a common ID between the master table and then
Think over it and refer whatever we have earlier created tables. Check how we did that. How we related master table with the child. Maybe we need a query to combine all the records. Think over it, okay? Any other question? Okay, I'll close this project and we'll start with the MS Access. We'll continue with MS Access. Okay, what we have completed and what is left. So we have completed almost the VBA part, and we have reports, sub-reports, error handling. This is related to reports. Do CMD, error log, database maintenance. Okay, database maintenance is a very small topic. We'll see that, and it will not take much time. Like what happens is uh, uh, when we use the database, it keeps on increasing, especially when we add data, when we delete data, when we run queries. All this transactions stores in the memory. So we need to clear the memory. So for that, it is always better to go to the access options and current database and keep always compact on close selected. Okay. What it will do is whenever you close the file, it automatically releases the memory. You can see that it's when I close, it shows that it's compacting. It didn't took much time because file is small, but when file is some around 1 GB, then it will take a minute to compact and repair the database. Let me see if I have any big files here. Maybe this one needs to maintain. It is saying it size is 13 MB, 14 MB almost. Can you see? It is about 13.6 MB, almost 14 MB. Let us open this and No more. Access options. Go to current database and select it. Okay. Click OK. You must close and reopen the current database for the specified option to take effect. Okay. Close it. It has compacted. It didn't took much time. How much it is now? This is the file, right? It was about 14 MB. Now it is less than 1 MB. It's only 704 kilobytes now. Less than 1 MB. Okay. So I believe you got this one. I'll not waste much time on this. Then file in downloads. Okay. We'll see the reports. Creating reports are very easy in MS Access. Some reports are difficult, but basic reports are very easy. Just select the table on which you want to have the reports. Otherwise, just go to query wizard and I'm sorry, not query. Create report wizard. Okay, select the table. Let us create a report on EMP personal details and select which columns you want. Select only those columns which you want. If you don't want any of the column, just remove it and move forward. And if you want to group, do you know what is grouping is? Like let us say you have a child table and master table. In child table you'll have duplicate records, and that is the reason why we create a child table to accept some duplicate records. Like let us say example of a college student or a school student. School student will have a admission ID, but this student will pay 12 times fees. He'll pay he or she will pay 12 times every month. That means yearly 12 times they pay fees, and all the fees transactions will go in the child table. So we can group that. We can group by year, we can group by date, we can group by student ID. The same way here also, if you want to group anything, you can select it. But this is a master table, so don't expect any grouping here. And this is sorting. If you want to sort the record, then you can select whichever the way you want to sort, or whatever the way user wants. And these are some of the available formats, report formats. You can see the sample: columnar, tabular, and justified. So whichever you want, and sometimes you may have a large number of fields. At that time, take landscape, and otherwise use portrait. By default, it is portrait only, and use that. But sometimes, specially, your client will specify to use the landscape for a particular report. And if you want any styles, you can select from here. There are so many styles available for the report. I'll take this Windows Vista. Okay. And name of the report. Again, name of the report is also important because we can identify the report with the name. And usually start the report name with RPT. Okay, your report is ready. Total there are 37 pages. Let us create another report. Also, there is an option like we are designing the forms the same way we can also design the report. You can take text boxes, labels, uh, especially for reports. Groupings. This one, page numbers and date and time. In most of the reports, we'll be needing this date and time and page numbers. And usually date and time will go on the top. And page numbers goes in at the bottom. It's coming in the page header. This is the page footer and this is the report footer. Difference is this will appear on every page and this will appear on the last page. And whatever you keep in the report header like title, it will come on the first page, including the page header. Detail page is the data page. This is the main page where your data will be. All the labels can be in page header or in the report header. Two options are there, report header or page header. If you want to see the headings only on the first page, then use report header, otherwise page header. And your reports will be here. Okay, in the same way like forms, you can go into the design mode, and the same way in forms we have the property page for controls. And here is the data. It is connected to the employee ID, and this whole report is connected to the EMP personal details table. It is called record source. Okay, let us see the conditional formatting. Formatting, you guys already know that you can set the background, you can set the font color, font size. That is called formatting. Let us see the conditional formatting. don't see here format tab. Okay, it's here. This is conditional formatting. This is sometimes very important because depending on the data, we need to change the background color in some of the reports sometimes. For that, go to conditional tab, and here you can select. Already I have selected the employee ID field. Field value is between 300 to 399. I want the back color to be something light blue, and font color dark blue. Okay, this way it should appear. And second one, I want from 400 to 499. I want a different color, light green, and this will take. Okay, same way you can keep on adding your conditions. This is an example. Okay, let us see how these three are working. Okay, we set for 300 to 400, 400 to 499, and 500 to 599. It did not do that. It is not showing that uh, formatting.
The font color was dark blue. Background color was not there.
No, it did not. It did not do that.
I'm not going to read the card until you finish eating your. I'm upset.
Field value is greater than 300, greater than 400, greater than 500. This condition should work. Even this did not work. Okay, let us try equal to. Okay, less than the values, right? It has right 300, 500 here, or these numbers. Employee ID is a number. Yeah.
See, the numbers are easy to. Okay, appearing.
Less than or equal to. Let us see for equal to, and Here not equal to will mean greater than, already greater than, or equal to. Let us try this three different formatting. Okay, we did not enable it. That's why maybe it's not working. Hmm? Default formatting. By default, we'll take this one. All are enabled. Okay, let us try. This time it worked. I think only the first condition is working. Hmm? No. 298. Here it changed. Okay, it's working now. Okay, this way you can set the formatting, conditional formatting for the reports. And conditional formatting, like uh, uh, it's not only number, but also you can use some expression. Just if you try, if you need any expression, you can create from here. Don't know why it's not coming. And these are all the options available. And if you want to delete any of the condition, you can delete it from here. This is about the conditional formatting. In the forms, while creating the forms, we have created subforms, right? The same way we can have a sub report in a report. And in the sub report, again, we can have another sub report. And in that sub report, again, we can have a sub report. So we can have a chain of sub reports. In the same way, we can have sub forms in the form in the form in the form, and we can have chain of forms. Okay. So let us see how to create a sub report. This is subform or sub report. When you drop it on the form, it becomes subform. When you drop it on the report, it is sub report. Same like form, it again asking for the existing tables and queries or existing reports, if any. Okay, but these are the forms. We need a report, tables or queries. Let us take a query. EMP pay. Let us take all the columns, but half pay, total pay. Let us take only these three columns. But anyway, we need employee ID to join the table, join the report. I mean, okay, choose from a list. Would you like to define which fields link your main form to the subform? Okay, we are linking on employee ID. And what name would you like for your sub report? Even you need to give a name for the sub-report. You can have sub-report sub-RPT. Okay, this is your sub-report. Let us see in the report view. You are not seeing the data because we don't have data in the we have very few data, I believe, in the payments, that is 1001, 1005. Okay, only 3 records are there, that too more than 1000, and for that we may have to go to the end. Okay, for 1005, can you see 1005? And what else was there? 1001. 2 records for 1001. Okay, that is the advantage of the sub reports or subform. Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay. Now, right now, it is showing all the 364 records of EMP personnel details. We want only few of them. So, how will we do this? How can we get this? Right here, already we have a print button. We'll attach here. And so now we need the name of the report. First thing is we need the name of the report. Report name dot, oh my god. Oh, that's really bad. Let us try. We need to, we can control with the record source of the report. This is the control source and this is the record source. Source is equal to select top, uh, select a star from table name is EMP personal details, where employee ID is greater than 1000. Dot requery or refresh. Let us try. Oh, not from here. Okay, variable not defined. That means it did not recognize the report. Okay, we can use do cmd dot open report, give the name of the report, okay, bracket, name of the report, comma, AC view report, comma, filter name, comma, where employee ID greater than 1000. This should be in the string, comma, normal. Okay, what is normal? Okay, in some versions it accepts bracket, and in some versions it do not. So just try any of this. You should be able to. It should be able to work. Variable not defined. Okay. Now it is showing only those records which is greater than 1000. It is not showing the less than 1000. Okay. So this way we can control the record source. Here this one, what you can do is where condition, you can create a string dim where condition as string, then where condition is equal to input box, enter condition for report, and you can give the title and personal details report. Okay, now we can pass any condition from the input box. So now we are not bounded to, we don't have to hard code it anymore. Okay, now it is raising our input box. Here we can give the where condition, and no need to give in the double quotes. You can remove the double quotes. Employee ID greater than 1000. Okay, it is displaying that. Okay, let us try some other. Employee ID equal to 205. So it is displaying only employee ID 205. Now let us try with the name, first name. EMP first name is equal to let us try this one. No. EMP last name is equal to okay. So wherever there is last name like RF, it is displaying those records. So this is about the reports and sub-reports, conditional formatting. Any questions about it? Employee ID greater than or equal to 1005.
Even when we are entering the condition, so the column name should match the name of the table or what we have specified while making a report or a form.
See, here I'm giving employee ID. So this employee ID is a column. Our employee first name or last name is the column.
Column of the table.
Right.
You were given EMC first. Okay. Yeah, it's in the table. Okay, fine.
We are looking in the EMP personal details. So this is the personal EMP personal. We have employee ID as the column, MP first name, EMP last name. And you cannot try with date of birth or any other because we do not have those fields here. When you put those fields, then you can even use that one. Let us see how manually we can add. Just I will show you one. Okay, I'll take a label for date of birth. Okay, and I'll take a text box for right now. It says unbound because we did not bind that to a column name. We want date of birth here. Okay, now let us run this report. Save it and we'll run from here. Employee ID greater than 1000. Now it is showing date of birth. This record may be not having the date of birth 1003. 1003 doesn't have a date of birth. Okay, that's why it's not showing there. Okay. Now let us get the records between dates. Okay, date of birth greater than or equal to what is the format here? Format is important. Okay. I don't remember whether this way or dashes how we are having dashes. 0 to 12 31 2015. Okay, that's 2016. So now we don't have any restriction, right? While accessing the report, we can use any of the column which we are displaying there. So this is about the reports, and if you guys search for the reports, you can design it in a much more better way, and also why this is not showing. 1 minute. Okay. So any questions about this report? Now we'll see the error handling. This is also a small topic. For example, I'll take another command button here so that wantedly we can create a error. CMD error handling. Already you guys tried a few things and you were not able to complete that procedure. It is stopping in between. Here option explicit on. Okay, good. X is equal to 2, Y is equal to 8, and C is equal to X by Y. Message box Z. Let us try to execute this code. Okay. It is saying variable not defined and it is halting on the first one. To catch the errors in the runtime, declare it. Mention the code that whenever it error occurs, go to procedure error handling, and before and usually we should use it in the end, and before starting that try to use exit sub so that it doesn't go here every time. Error handling, then first uh, if error is the object here, and we have some methods in the error. Usually we use description, and we use clear and descriptions we usually use, or error number, message box, error dot description. If we want also error number, error dot number. Let us see how earlier it was stopping on the first one. Okay, let us try that again. Okay, variable not defined. Now we'll have the error handling. Even then it is stopping here. Dim x comma y comma z as byte. Now this is how we do like this. Okay. So it is not returning anything, it's 0, maybe because why MSG box is correct, right? MSG box, right? Okay. I want to create an error here. 0 divided by 8 should be an error.
No. Maybe you can put the value of x as a, b, c.
Anything by 0 is an error then? Yeah. So division by 0 is the error message and 11 is the error number. We'll have like this error number and error message ampersand ampersand missing. Okay. And after raising the error, clear the error. Otherwise, you can, when you know that error may occur here, you can say on error, resume next. It will not stop on the error. Though there is an error, but it is not stopping on the error and executing the message box. If you don't give this statement, then it is raising the error. When you know that error may occur sometimes, in that case you can use this statement on error resume next. When you are sure that in the runtime this statement may have some error, at that time you can use this statement. Even you can use it here. Okay, though there is error, but it is not stopping on the error. What it is doing is, instead of executing this line, it is going for this line. We can see that step by step. Okay. There is an error here, but it has gone to next step. If we don't have this statement, then let us see. And also you need here. Okay. Now after this line, it will go here. It won't go here. Right? So that is the advantage of an error resume next statement. And this is how we usually handle the errors, and this statement should be there in all the procedures, and only procedures. Functions, in functions we cannot handle errors. Okay. This should be in all the procedures. So that in case if any error occurs, and don't use this on error resume next, otherwise we'll never know if there is a error. Okay. Only use in certain cases when you feel like, oh, in the runtime this will be the error, and it should skip this error and go to the next statement. At that time you can use that statement, and all the procedures should have this statement on the top after variable declarations usually, and last 4 statements. Is this easy
But
to?
it's not basically like if we have written a code wrongly, this error button is not for showing that thing. It's like if something is going wrong, like it is not possible or this condition is not met, then only it will show the error.
See, let me tell you. Suppose you are trying to connect to a different database, and that database, somebody has changed the name of the database, or somebody have exclusively opened the database and they are making some changes to that database. And in the current database, you are trying to connect to that database. At that time, it is going to raise an error that uh, uh, this MS Access ADO connection is not able to connect to that database.
Yeah, if it's like open somewhere else exclusively, then it might show an error. But if the name is changed, then that time also it is
No, that is one of the example. That is one of the example. There could be thousands of situations where we can get an error. So, but first compile it, then implement the error handling. And this is one of the way we handle the errors. Otherwise, what we do is we create a error log. Actually, we'll see that later on. Error log. The same thing we do here, but what we do is we we add a record to a error log table with the error message and error number. Instead of showing a message box and annoying the users, what we do is we send uh, we add a row in a table, user table called error log. Usually we can name anything, but I usually name it as error log, and there we add a record. And every day we can check that error log, and if there is any error log, just we can go to the MS Access file and we can rectify those errors. Or if you guys have time, then we can do it right now. It's 9:55. I don't have any issue. I can extend the class for another 15-20 minutes. Are you guys okay with that? Or if you guys are not following, then we can terminate the class here. We can wind up. So, what about others? I take it positive and I'm continuing the class. Okay, we'll do that for this one only. Instead of this two, we need a separate procedure for that. And usually we do that in the modules. But right now I'm creating here, because in the module, if we create one procedure, that is more than enough. Right now I'll create here, and later on we can move there. Okay, what we need to connect, we need a table. First of all, we need a table here. Field name, error number will take as auto number, and actually we'll make it error ID. then error number which we captures in the procedure or function. Error number should be a number. Error description, and better take a memo. Sometimes it returns a long messages. Then form name, text 55 will be more than enough. Form name, then procedure name. Proc name is procedure name. Text procedure name is also 25 is more than enough for that. Okay. And we can have a primary key for this field, and let us save it. Error handling, error log, sorry, we'll create a log of the error here. Okay. Okay, it's here. Okay. We need this to connect to the database. Okay, name of the table, error log. Spelling is correct. We'll try. Error log rec dot add new rec of first one is error number, then and rec of error description. What is the field name here? Error description, and error number is complete. Error description is equal to error description rec of form name um, form name rec of proc name rec dot update that release memory. Okay, now we need to pass the values by val. This we need to pass as integer, comma, error description as string, and the rest of them we need string. Proc name as string. Okay, here I mentioned as by val. I did not mention anything. So by default, what it will take this as, it will consider by ref. By ref is default, and by ref can change the value. We don't want to change the value, that's why we should use by val. Just wanted to remind you guys about this. Okay. And now we'll call this procedure. Call error handling, and first one is error dot number. We need to pass the error number, then pass error description, then we need the form name. Form name we can get from me.name, and proc name we need to give it in the string. What is the procedure name, so that we can easily understand where the error is. By looking at the log, we can identify where the error is. Then clear the error. Okay, let us try now. And we need one more column here. Time stamp, date and time, and we'll pass the default value now. Okay. Here we don't have any timestamp because we have executed before that. 1, 2, 3, 4. So total 5. So this is the error number, this is the error description. Okay, this is the form name. So we can go to that particular form, and this is the procedure name. When you go to the form, then you can find out the procedure name by find. Okay. So this will not disturb the user. It silently creates a log, and we can check the time when this error occurred. Okay. And if you want, you can add some more columns to this, but right now this is sufficient, and if you understand this, that is sufficient. So everyone understood this, how to create a error log and how to handle errors. Any questions about it? Or you guys have any other question?
Irfan, through which command did you related the error handling table to the button, like to the command button? Like when we are clicking the command button, it's going into that table.
When we are clicking the command button, it is coming here, right? Right? This is the command button. Click.
Right.
It is coming into this procedure. Okay, it came here. What is happening is when there is an error, it is jumping here. Is it jumping? And we are calling this procedure. This is the procedure we are calling here. Did it came to this procedure? And now we have here error number. We are passing the values from here, right? Error number, error description, form name, and procedure name. So all we have here, error number, error description, form name, and procedure name. Now it's going to create a record of values we provided. Okay. Just we are calling the procedure. In the procedure, we are creating a connection to the table,
Oh.
and we are adding a new record to the table. And every day when we start our day, just go and check the error log first, and if there are any issues, then go there and check why the error is and just resolve it.
And so for that thing, we have to like copy paste the last 4 lines for the where we have declared the procedure to all the commands.
Right. You need to create one time this procedure, and I'll shall I move this? I if we move to the this one module, then you can share this procedure, right, with all the forms. Otherwise, this is limited to this form. In every form, you have to create this error log procedure. We don't need. We need only one error handling procedure in one project. Okay. But we should call it in all the procedures. Any confusion?
Yes, so these lines which you have selected right now in blue, this we have to copy paste in every command.
In every procedure.
In every. Okay.
Right? Instead of raising an error message, replace this line with this line. But change the procedure name. This is the procedure name I'm passing here. When you are in this procedure, take this procedure name. When you are in this procedure, take this procedure name. That is the only thing which keeps changing with the procedure. And if you are using the same code in a different form, then you don't have to mention it. You don't have to care it, because me means current form and the name it takes from the properties. So you don't have to worry. Only change you need to make is procedure name. That too for our tracking. If you suppose if you don't mention a procedure name. Then what will happen? How will you understand in which procedure in this form, which procedure is creating that error or which procedure is having a issue? It is hard to identify, hard to track. So that is why give the proc name so that we can easily track. Now, if this procedure is having 100 lines of code also, we can rectify that because we have to check it in the single procedure only. We don't have to go through the whole form. Got it?
Yes.
Okay, we'll wind up the class. Anybody having any questions?
I wanted to make a request.
Uh-huh.
If possible for everyone, including you, tomorrow, can we have class little early, around 7 o'clock?
Oh, 7 is not possible for me actually. Maybe
Okay.
7:30 or 8 I can start. Maybe 7:30 also possible.
7:30, if it's possible for everyone.
But few of them are working, right? By the time they come home, it's 6, 6:30, 7 for some.
I have program, but I don't know. I try to come early, but
What about others? Umar, Prasad, are you guys there?
I'm okay.
okay for me.
Okay, then tomorrow we'll take the class at 7:30. Okay.
Okay, great.
And Irfan, one more request.
Drop an email also in the group.